September 21st, 2015. So many predictions going around. A lot of them scary, a lot of them very positive. I feel a sense of positivity in my own life, though there's always this underlying fear and concern for what is going on in the world and what possibly could happen with all our thoughts pointing on such scary events that could possibly happen. We seem to have everything going on in our world all at one time, all the possibilities, all the probabilities. They seem to be present in our story today, in our current era of existence. The biggest challenge for me with being such an information hound is how to find the balance between that which you study, which may contain hard truths and reflect back to us the dark side, and then balance that with the light side, that of positivity and hope and inspiration. So I see all these crises going on the planet, volcanoes erupting, the Ring of Fire is very active, the possibility of an outside planet coming in and causing tension on the planet, the possibility of mankind or other alien species doing this to us and not it necessarily being natural. Earthquakes, chemtrails, occult control of the planet. The list goes on and on and on. It's just mind-blowing. It's fascinating subject matters, and especially for those of us that really want the truth, it's a hard pill to swallow. Just like in the Matrix, you take the pill and you wake up to this nightmare. But there is this other side too of hope and inspiration and people showing love and sharing love in their relationships and how they treat other people, and those praying for peace, and those holding the light of positive outcomes and positive futures. Not to mention that many of us in our individual lives, things happen in waves, In some people's lives, things start off, some people are in an up cycle, and some people are in a down cycle, and some people are going through loss and struggle and challenges, while others are moving on and opening up and learning and growing and having positive feedback in the reality. I see that happening all at the same time. So where is the balance? I know that energy flows where attention goes, so as much as we need to know the truth so that we're not ostriches with our heads in the sand, at some point we do have to we do have to focus on the positive. We do have to focus on that which we want to create, in spite of what is going on around us. We do have the choice of responding to the situations going on around us, whether they be of natural forces or the other forces that we see manipulating things on the planet and making things worse for us. And then also, what do we do for ourselves, and how do we facilitate ourselves? I'm in a place in my life where at one point in the past I was very facilitated for earth crises and changes, and through life circumstances and loss and much change, I've had to let go of a lot of that, because in my certain circumstances I really cannot manage that. And at this point, all I can do is just trust my life path, trust that if this is the way things are unfolding for me, that there will be other support systems if there was some sort of crisis or breakdown of our society, or breakdown of our monetary situation, or whatever. The multitude of predictions is just unlimited out there. It's just too much, many times too much, information overload. But we are here, we are awake, we are trying to make sense of it all. As a truth seeker, I want to see it, I want to see both sides. I want to take that path of love, that path of doing what is right for myself, for others, and for the planet. And also just understand and observe. You know, as an observer, I see a lot of things unfolding all at one time. I see us shifting into a new age. I think we are already out of Kali Yuga and entering into Dwapara Yuga, the second age, which is, it is an evolutionary step for us, but that doesn't mean that things are going to be resolved just overnight. It's a technological age. It's an age that still has war. You know, it's an age that hasn't, in our own evolution, we have a lot of lessons to learn around war. We're a very warring species. This planet is just full of conflict. And at some point, in order for us to evolve as a species, we have to contend with that core part of ourselves that seems to want to always be in that state of affairs. And I'm not saying that everybody wants to be in that state of affairs. I know there are millions of people on this planet, myself included, that do not want that. Do not want to be on a planet that's always at war and always in conflict and always creating pain and suffering. This is what I really think the Earth changes are all about. We are symbiotic with this planet. We have to realize that our energies and our projections and our need to see and engage in violent behavior and harming all sorts, not just humans, but all sorts of species, harming everyone, that it just comes back on us. It comes back on us by nature exploding in our face and flooding us out of our homes and burning us away. And this is, you know, part of the way it is created. It's not a punishment. It's not like God is coming in, or I don't really accept that, you know, the second coming of Christ, that for love and light to come to this planet, we have to seek great destruction. The great destruction is, in part, created by man and other beings, because I don't think it's just mankind as we know mankind in our standard sense of mankind. There are other beings involved, some humanoid, some not, some multidimensional, but we are not alone here. This is a big picture. We just can't turn it around unless we are willing to look at the big picture. And then we can consciously make choices to change. That's all I've got to say about it at the moment.